Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. This is my second video. I don't know how long I'm going to count these videos, but I'm going to count it for as long as possible. Today I'm going to be changing this gown into a short ruffle top, and I'll be using chalk as usual, any color you think you're going to see well, a pair of scissors, a tape measure or tape roll, and some pins. So I'm just going to lay this fabric properly and measure 16.5. So you can measure the top to where you want it to stop, but for me it's going to be 16, and then the half is going to be for my seam allowance. You can make it as long as you want or as short as you want. And now I'm just going to mark 16.5 everywhere possible on that waistline, and I'm going to cut that part away. Cut it with your scissors, separate them. They'll be joined back together again sometime in the future, but you're going to separate them for now for everyone's good. Now you put that part away, since we're not really doing anything with the upper part of the gown anymore. For now we're going to just focus on the bottom part of the gown. See that back detail? I really wanted to keep that part, so I really didn't want to change anything about that back detail. It's so pretty. And now I'm just going to focus on the bottom. I'm going to measure 5 inches because I figured that's how much I can get out of this fabric, but let's see how it goes. I'm going to measure 5 inches away, turn it inside out, measure 5 inches. I keep saying 5 inches. I don't know why. It just sounds weird the more I say it. Now measure 5 inches. And measure it everywhere possible on that line so you can easily know what you're cutting when you're about to cut it. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was trying to make it straight. Make sure you give it a good press. It's just that this fabric is very annoying when you give it a press. It can just start shining and to be really annoying. I think it's better if you use a steam iron. I'm not too sure. I don't think I've tried that before. So you cut that part away, and well, that should be enough. You know, I'm going to make a rolled hem at the bottom, so that's why I need 1 inch for that. Well, that's not enough actually. We're going to cut another piece of that. So measure 5 inches again, measure it on every side so you can know what you're cutting. Make sure you cut it nicely. Measure it again, and now we're going to cut it again. So cut that part away. You need to be careful because of the pleats at the bottom. It's quite annoying trying to cut it, but you might be using a different fabric, a better material, whatever you have. I just felt the long gown was already boring, and I just wanted to make something short, so something that sounds like summer. Short gowns actually sound like summer, but ruffle tops sound better. So now I can keep that part away for some belt later or something else, but I'm going to keep it away for something else because then I'm going to use it again. I don't know when. Now I'm going to loosen one end of the seam for the 2 pieces that I cut. So I'm going to loosen those 2 parts there, and we'll join them together in holy matrimony. So grab your seam ripper and start ripping all this part away. I don't know what happened here. I think my video started misbehaving. Anyway, make sure you take that part away, the entire thing, both the straight stitch and also the zigzag stitch. So while you're doing this, you could grab a snack. I think I was having chocolates here. I'm not sure, but I think I was having chocolates. So still on the issue of eating, how's your quarantine season going? Because I think I'm already tired. I want to go out, but I don't want to go out. You know that feeling of you badly want to stay home, but then when you're forced to stay home, you no longer want to stay home? That's how I feel right now. I don't like being forced to do something, but you know, we all have to stay home for the sake of what did I just say? We all have to stay home for the safety of everybody. This is what happens when you talk too much. You have like racing brain syndrome. So I'm going to do the same thing to the second part. I'm going to just grab it again and rip up the seam, rip it off, rip it up, rip it off. Okay, this is the point where I'm thinking I need to shut up, but I don't think I'll shut up anyways because I have to be done with this video to die. So I'm going to rip that part off as well, do the same thing, and that's the part where I'm going to be joining it to the second piece. So I think I was having a little difficulty there taking it apart, but I think I eventually succeeded. Rip it apart, stitch by stitch, seam by seam, till you're done. I love how fast it looks like I was doing it in this video. To be honest, it was not that fast. I think it took me about 2 hours to finish this top, thereabout. Also because I was trying not to wake my roommates up, but yeah, somewhere around 2 hours. So say I started around 2, finished around 4:30. Okay, that's 2.5. Whatever. Now I'm going to join these two pieces together on that end and also on the other end. They will be joined in holy matrimony to live together in sickness and in health forever, till I'm ready to throw the top away, which I don't think I'll be doing anytime soon. So I'm going to take that to my machine now, and I'm going to join the two pieces together, and I'll come back and show you what I did. Now I have, and I'm going to do the rolled hem on one end. So it's going to be 1/2 inch rolled twice, so it's going to be 1 inch for the hem. So you can do whatever hem you want to do, whatever style you want to do it. You can decide to use a serger if you have one, like I always say, but I do not have a serger, so I'd rather just do the rolled hem. So you just use your pins to put them in place, but if you know you can work without pins, may the force be with you. So go ahead and fix that rolled hem, put all the pins in place and take it to your machine and let it do the work that you pay it to do. I don't know why I said that. Again, I apologize. So you see, sometimes your seams are not always straight, but then that's the beauty of this fabric. Sometimes you don't want it to be completely straight. Sometimes you want it to have waves. Anyways, I'm done with that part now, and I thought about something. If I simply just join the two together on the straight line, it's going to look funny. So because I have boobs, like most women do, the front is going to look shorter than the back by the time I wear the top. So I thought I might as well just cut 1 inch off the back, the middle of the back, and then, you know, join the ruffles to the rest of the top. I thought it would make a difference. To be honest, the difference wasn't really much, but it was something. I think it was something. So I'm just going to cut it that way up to the end of the side seam, and here's what I'm going to have. Something that looks like this. This fabric frays a lot. It's frustrating. So here I was thinking, what was I going to do to join it? Do I want to do pleats? Do I want to do gathers? What exactly did I want to do? And I decided I'm going to do gathers. So I took it back to my machine to do the gathers on the other end. So it would be about the same circumference with the end of the top. So now I'm going to increase my stitch length to 5. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but I can. And I'm going to decrease my tension or loosen my tension. So usually I sew between 3 and 4, and I'm going to put it between 5 and 6. And I'm going to start sewing. Press the start button and start sewing. So I'm going to sew, and somehow the gathers start to form, you know, till I get to the other end, basically. So make sure you do not sew around in such a way that you go over where you started. You just have to get towards where you started your stitches. Oh yeah, that was my snack. That was what I was eating. Yeah, I love chocolate, like I said earlier. Not a big fan of milk chocolates, but when that's all you have in the house and you can't go out to buy anything, you just have to make do with what you have. So now I'm going to draw out the top end. So when you're doing gathers, just know that if you draw out the stitch, the string, the thread from the top, just stick to that. If you draw it out from the bottom, stick to that. Whatever one you start with, you have to continue with till you're done, basically. So now that I think I have drawn the strings to fit the circumference of my man-made waist, because my actual waist is way smaller than this, but we're going to do with this because we're not doing any zips or buttons. I'm just going to join them together. Just measure it round to just be sure that it's enough. I think I measured at that point, it was still longer, so I'm just drawing it out again to make more ruffles. The more the merrier, basically. And I'm going to measure it again to see if it's going to be the exact size that I need. So draw it, 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 draw it. So I think it's about the same size now. No, draw it again. Pull it again, pull it again. See, gathers can be sometimes frustrating, and other times I kind of enjoy it. I'm not sure if I was enjoying it here or I was just going with the flow, but yeah. Let's just assume I was enjoying it. So I'm going to measure around and just check again if it's about the size that I need. And I think, yeah, 19 times 2, 38. That should be fine. So now I'm just going to join it. Oh, I wasn't done. Okay, I think I'm done now. Now I'm just going to join it to the rest of the body. Make sure you're joining right side facing right side. You can put your pins around it if you want to, but if you're not used to that kind of life, you can just go ahead, put it on your machine and let it start sewing. So join it together, ensure that they are friends. I'm going to join it together with 1/2 inch basically. So I think the total length of my top right now would be 16 plus 3.5, so that's 19.5. So you can figure out how long you want your top to be and figure out where you want to cut it. I'm going to sew that around on my machine right away, and I'll be right back. Oh, last piece of chocolate, of course. So now I've joined it together and this is what it looks like. I'm happy with the way it turned out actually. I have something with a lovely back detail that I'll definitely try sewing again by myself from scratch. This is what it looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I hope to see you in my next video. You can subscribe if you like this video, like, share, and see you next time. Bye.